Okay, so the first step in solving at what time the murder of Mr. Fies occurred is to go through the paragraph provided and essentially write down all the given information. So from that paragraph, we know a couple things. We know that at 6 p.m., the body was 80 degrees Fahrenheit. At 7 p.m., the body was 75, and the room temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, what we don't know is K, and that's the K right here in Newton's law of cooling formula. So that's the first step. The first step is to find K. So in doing that, we would plug in 75 for the body temperature, and then 70 for the room, plus 80 degrees, which is the temperature of the body at 6 p.m., minus the room temperature of 70, times e to the negative k and 60. And we use 60 to represent 60 minutes, which is the time from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., or 80 degrees to 75 degrees. Now, in solving it, 75 minus 70 is obviously 5, 80 minus 70 is obviously 10, which brings this equation to 5 equals to 10e to the negative k 60 as the exponent. You would then divide 10 by both sides here and get 1/2 equals to e to the negative k 60. You would then do the ln's on both sides to essentially isolate this negative k 60, and after doing so, you would get ln 1/2 equals to negative 60k. Now, after dividing both sides by negative 60, your answer is going to be 0.011552453, but just to make it easy, we're going to say that k equals to 0.0116, and this is essentially used again in Newton's law of cooling to find out the time gap between when the body was found and what time it passed. So we'll look at again what we know before we start again, and that's at 6 p.m. it was 80 degrees, 7 p.m. it was 75, the room temperature is 70, and now we know that K equals to 0.0116. What we don't know, what we're going to find out is what time the body passed. So you would plug the variables in. So 80 degrees, which is the body temperature at 6 p.m., 70 degrees is the room temperature, and 98.6, now what that is essentially the natural body temperature of a healthy human. 70 degrees is the room temperature, and then you have e to the negative 0.0116 t. Now 70 or 80 minus 70 is obviously 10. 98.6 minus 70 is obviously 28.6. But then divide both sides by 28.6, leaving it to 10 divided by 28.6 equals to e to the negative 0.0116 t as the exponent. Now again, like we did last time, we're going to add the ln's to both sides to essentially get rid of this e and just leave this part on this side of the equation. And after doing so, we should get that this side equals to negative 1.05 equals to negative 0.0116t. Then you would divide both sides by negative 0.0116 and get that t equals to 91 minutes. Now, this is just the time gap difference between when the body was originally found at 6 p.m. and when it passed. So with this information, you would then take it, you would go back from 6 p.m. and get that the body died at 4:21 p.m. right here.